Can you buy a house in Arizona with bad credit? This is a common question that we hear from buyers. Can I buy a house in Arizona if I have bad credit? If you have been wondering that same thing, you are definitely not alone. The good news is this: bad credit doesn't always mean that you can't become a homeowner. In many cases, it simply means you just need a plan. As an East Valley, Arizona realtor, I have met so many people who automatically assume that they don't qualify for a mortgage because of their credit score. They tell me they're going to wait a few years, or they don't even want to talk to a lender because they're afraid of hearing no. I completely understand those concerns, but I always encourage people not to count themselves out before exploring their options. One of the most rewarding parts of my job is helping buyers realize that home ownership may be much more attainable than they thought. I recently did work with buyers who believed purchasing a home was completely out of reach, all because of their credit. Instead of giving up, we connected them with a trusted local lender who reviewed their financial situation, and they created a personal action plan for them. They weren't asking to do anything unrealistic, just small, manageable steps that made a big difference over time. Over, I would say, the next 6 months, I believe it was, they focused on paying bills on time, reducing some debt, following the lender's recommendations to a T. 6 months later, they had improved their credit enough to qualify for a mortgage and purchase a home of their own. I swear, watching them receive those keys to their new home was so incredibly rewarding, because it does reinforce something I tell buyers all the time. Sometimes you do not need perfect credit. You simply need the right guidance, and the right team behind you makes all the difference. Every buyer's financial situation is different. There isn't really, one credit score that guarantees approval or denial. Lenders will typically look at your entire financial picture, including income, employment history, debt to income ratio, your ability to, repay the loan. That's why having a conversation with a knowledgeable lender is super important. You may have more options than, you actually realize. Whether you're hoping to buy your first home, moving into something larger, or relocating to Arizona, taking that first step can provide valuable information. Even if you're not quite ready today, knowing exactly what you need to improve gives you, that roadmap to uncertainty. As someone who, does work throughout the East Valley and surrounding East Valley areas, I believe my role is much more than opening doors and writing contracts. It's about educating, encouraging, connecting people with trusted professionals who can, help them reach their goals. I never want somebody to give up on homeownership because they assume they weren't qualified. Some of my happiest clients actually are the ones who started with questions, few credit challenges, and a willingness to truly follow a plan. Months later, guess what? They're homeowners. If you've been asking yourself whether bad credit is keeping you from buying a home in Arizona, don't let those assumptions stop you. Start with a conversation. You may be surprised at how achievable homeownership can actually become with the right guidance, solid plan, and a team that's invested in your success. If you would like to learn more about buying a home in Arizona, relocating to the East Valley, or understanding the home buying process, I'd love to be a resource for you. My name is Kelly Quinn. I am with Heart to Home AZ at Realty One Group. I am helping buyers and sellers navigate Gilbert, Chandler, Queen Creek, Mesa, and the surrounding East Valley with confidence. Shoot me any kind of questions you have and hit subscribe.